Hey y'all, welcome to episode 7 of the Spotter's Guide. Not sure exactly how long one this one's going to be, can't make it too long, and I'm going solo tonight, even though there are other people on the server, but today is more of an informational video, so I figured I would try and do this without getting interrupted by people. So yeah, you people who watch these videos, I'm talking about you guys. Alright, so here is my little orchard. And I don't know what all the different tree types are that I have planted right now. But I do know that I believe this and this are a peach tree. And you can see, if I back up a little bit, it's a little easier. You can see the peaches on the leaves. Or on the, the leaves. And this is how you know they're ready to be harvested. Now, I am currently playing on pre-release, I believe, let me check, 36. And there is a known bug where not all the fruits are showing up for all the trees. Um, like I think these are actually lemon trees here, but the month right now is September, and lemon trees are picked in July and August, so I actually missed those. But I'm still considering, got a branch here, so I could knock a branch down, see if I could get another sapling to try and like grow larger orchards and such, because over that way I have a lot of plains there, and they're active because of where we are, so it'd be nice to have like a really large orchard over there. But anywho, what I'm going to do here is thought I heard a zombie or a skeleton fall or something. I'm going to harvest the peaches. Despite having a full inventory, no, I'm not going to harvest the peaches. I'm going to put down some logs real quick. So as you may have noticed, there is a willow farm in the base of the field here, and that's because I have a charcoal pit that I want to show you guys that I've been collecting charcoal for, and I just have so much wood for it right now. But first, the fruit trees. So when they have fruit on the side of them, you break the block, you get the piece of fruit. It is just that simple. So breaking that one. Oh, and I should have done that in a better order. So this one, bottom one first. Gonna do the bottom one here. And when it turned September, originally this tree had no fruit on it whatsoever. This tree started getting one or two pretty quickly on, but now that I've let it age over time, is every single leaf block here, oh, except for this one, has fruit on it. So it is worthwhile to wait until more towards the end of the season to get as much fruit off of the trees as you can. And the leaves will grow back every spring, so no worries about that, as do the branches. And this tree actually needs to branch out a little bit more so it can get its full ring of leaves and such. So when they're done, the leaves will actually come out this far and have a nice little cover over the top of this pathway here. So I'm just going to carefully trim, make sure I'm not leaving any of the leaves hanging. And I'm actually going to leave that one leaf there because it doesn't do me any good to chop it down. And there we are. Just, yeah. Haha. It's going to be annoying. There we go. Smart movement to the rescue. And I'll just do the same here. Get the low-lying ones first. And I don't know exactly how high the fruit can stack, but so far I'm at 20. And no problems. So then up here, oops, make sure that one, and snag the one on top. So that one, that one. Apparently the zombie likes peaches too. So there's harvesting these. I got 30, so that's a good argument that these will stack up to 64. So I'm actually just gonna chow down on one. So you see 1.5 things of hunger from them. So it's nice. If you can see it up there, that's also actually a fruit tree. That's one of the ones we saw when we ran in from the south here. So we actually saw that running in from the south, and I finally climbed up there and figured out what it is. That's actually a green apple tree, and I'm just going to say that those are the most succulent green apples, you know, in the realm sort of deal. So now that I have these, and now that I know I can carry one more, I figured I'd just give a tour of the town real quick, because then we're going to head up to the foundry that I have, and start smelting some iron down. And I'm going to actually swipe somebody's iron anvil, and I'm going to try going straight to steel and just making a steel anvil, kind of like the pick and mace that I have that have been donated to me by Sinlust over there. So this is actually what we're doing. Is I started building a road. Karante saw it and has just been extending it ever since. As I ended like right about over there. He's built a house. This road, it goes up, has a nice archway. The bridge has gone over. Sinlust and I helped a little bit with this side just because we wanted to lay it out, and then Sinlust took the road and he's building it over towards his house, as can be seen right there. So it'll connect up to his house and also to Crysyn's house, and Crysyn's interface there. And, oh, Crunte. Hello. So he's working on a tower, and he's actually using lumber, like the actual tree barks, and he's doing it by growing trees up and around the outside of his tower as he builds it up. He also has the facade, the face there that goes into like pretty much an empty mountain. That's where that road goes, or that bridge goes into. Just take you over and show you a quick little tour of Sin's. He's down in his little orchard right now. Oops. There's a hole in the road. That's one hell of a pothole. So now what we're going to do is hopefully he won't notice. Alright, now we're just run up the stairs. And this is a staircase pattern that you see. This is going to be fairly common because we all like the staircase pattern. So we're actually going to expand it, and I want to put in a staircase over there as well. Yes, yes, I shot the fruit tree, but I did not shoot the deputy. So they actually can't hear me really well. Crassus can, because he's sitting to my left actually. But so this is Sinless place. As you can see, we have a ton of bismuth. We've just found, or bismuth bronze, we have just found so much casterite, so much tin, and a significant amount of copper that just we're able to just make tons and tons. As we're aiming to do like 4 suits of bismuth bronze armor, simply because it looks pretty cool. It looks kind of like, you know, a little crown and sort of deal. It looks kind of like kingly and such. And so I do believe this is, yeah, this is his bedroom. So this is the highest room so far with no roof or anything. But this is the basic design. It's pretty nice. He has a pretty good view of the valley. And, you know, the bridge isn't like an eyesore or anything. It's actually coming along pretty nicely. Ow. And there's our silver mouth, because that little chunk there was actually silver that was just sitting right on the side. So, gonna head down and over. Next place on the list is the work in progress tower from Crassus. So these are the tree logs I was talking about, where he's just growing them, and he's working that into his design. You can see Karante, when we get over there, is doing about the same thing. He has a couple of large trees on his side, but he hollowed this place out after building the front. Oh, wow! There's spiders and creepers in here. Oh yeah. So we'll just shoot some creepers in a barrel, or in this case. Hopefully that was the only one. Yep, we'll just take care of the spider with the mace. Smash it in the face. So, very nice big open area that he's going to be putting stuff into, but right now just the staircase that goes up to the... What? Are you talking to me? Oh. It's possible that they could be... Well, see, I don't want to say that for the creeper, simply because the creeper took 3 arrows, and if he fell that far, he should have taken some damage. The only thing I was thinking is if the spider did spawn up there, and then he just tapped on the buttons for the creeper to get in. Let me see. Yeah, all the lighting looks good. So, now over this way. Back onto the road we go. And up this way is Mead's place. And very nice white, bright white floor. I always think it's like radiating light every time I come in here. But I'm going to show you his place real quick because his place is actually a cassiterite vein that was huge. Now I do believe he's hollowed out from here about over. But the rest of this, where this weaves in and around, over to here, around the corners, get stuck on the wall here, over to here, up this way, over and around. This was a huge set of cassiterite veins. I want to say it was actually one cassiterite vein that went all the way up and around. And just, this is why I was saying we have a significant amount of tin. And I believe if I can find his bloomery, he said he ran into another extension of the cassiterite vein. Yeah, there we go. This is his bloomery, I believe, is right here. And here's the more cassiterite. Just all he has to do is chip, 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 dump, 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 and it's it's right there. So just tons and tons of tin up here. And apparently a sheep. Oops, that's not the ground floor. I keep forgetting how huge this place is. Makes my place look dinky. And I have a large valley with a mountain around it. So from here, oh, Sketchy's place is behind the trees. And I have to be out of space. That's the only explanation for the slowdown. Hold on one moment. Alrighty, there we go. I recorded just earlier, just recording to see if anything would happen, but nothing much. Just some quiet mining and farming, a little bit of derping. But through this tree farm, which I have no idea who planted that there, we come over to Sketchy's, and Sketchy's place is unique because he has a lot more different types of fruit than the rest of us. Yeah, here's a banana tree with bananas growing on it. I'm not sure if he has a peach tree. Oh, looks like he does. There's a peach tree. One of these is a plum tree, a couple of apples. Looks like another peach tree there. I'm not sure what this one is, but it looks like he's harvested some of it. Anywho, as you saw when I was here the first time, this place was constantly attacked by spawning monsters and creatures and stuff like that. So he got fed up, and he built this wall. This wall is massive and huge. It's so big and wide that you can actually walk all the way through it. And the funny part was, when he first made it, he didn't have any of these torches in here. So it actually was a monster spawner during the day. When he finished the thing up and he started to go through to put torches in it, he found quite a few creepers waiting for him inside the walls. It should be noted that the igneous rocks, when they're made into brick forms, are actually creeper explosion immune. Is that they have a high enough hardness, which is why it takes so much of your tool to mine them and such, that they will actually survive the blast. And that's also why we use them to like line our roads and granite bricks and such. But the second little story from over here is that this is actually where I found our chickens for our chicken farm. So I led them all the way from little thing of water down over that way, all the way over to this side. So yeah, I'm not gonna make that jump. Didn't even make that fall. So head over this way. Fail. Inventory. Alright, sorry logs. Whoa. There. And just collecting some ink, because if we ever want to do any smithing, definitely gonna need some ink. And wood's a renewable resource at this point in time. So this is an area that I've done a significant amount of terraforming on, actually. I don't think this was any of the previous videos, but this hill actually used to extend out to about over there, and what this is being terraformed into is a wheat farm. So what I've done is I've made a little water feature up here, which is a mountain spring, comes out of the wall here, fills up this upper lake. Upper lake flows down. Probably replace this with granite just so it looks like it could hold the water better than the dirt. And goes down. River flows out over this way and then splits into two. Probably should put that as a granite splitter as well, just to, you know, something that held back the water. And apparently we find creepers. Arrow deflecting creepers, just what the world needs. And that was all of my arrows. So it's important that I find that one that missed. Not that I will. Anywho. So the water, there it is. The water itself over here will saturate up to 4 blocks inwards, and then I have the river strategically placed. It won't hit all of the water, or all of the blocks, but it will hit a good majority of them, allowing me to save a few of them for, like, I could put like a little scarecrow or something, or lights in the, about the center here, because, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's like this little area is going to be dry. But this will all be wheat, and it will be a nice big wheat field that people will be able to walk around and just collect and gather. And you made the little outlets, kind of like a little delta, some deeper tracks where most of the water goes, but, you know, depositing the sand and such like that. Although it does still kind of have a drop off. I should probably extend that out to slope it down a bit. Eventually be a bridge here and over there, as this road will loop around and head back into Mead's place and then up over towards Sketchy's place. But for now, it comes back over to here, and this is our chicken farm. Since they drop eggs so readily, I mean, if I actually had the inventory space, you can see that just, it's not that many chickens in here, but they seem to drop eggs significantly faster than they used to. So that's 18 eggs, and you can cook them up in a forge or a fire pit. 19. See if we can get out of here before there's any more. And yeah, I'll come back for the ink at some later point in time. And then over here, we have, did some minor terraforming. I wouldn't say a ton. Did some minor terraforming and lowered this land pretty much. It used to be about this high as well. And built a cow farm. We currently have about 2 dozen or so cows in here, and you can go through, you breed them, but we pretty much eat steak and eggs. Now I have steak, eggs, and peaches. We also have a ton of wheat, so the bread gets thrown into the mix. And this is the area of the road that I had started building, and just wrapped it around, and I found this was just a nice little trail. It was an easier way for us to walk back and forth. As you can see, there's still temporary materials. Parts of it is this needs to be done in basalt. This definitely needs to be done in something that isn't white wood. So a little bit of basalt, not basalt, granite bricks, and something for the floor there with some support and such. But I wanted to head over to Carante's He is still here, although I think he is AFK. Just gonna head into his place. Now, you saw before where he was, and I want to say it's actually upward. Yeah. Here he has his storage areas and stuff like that, you know, wood, granite, tools, weapons, etc., so on. But this is the wheat farm that he had, that you saw me harvest that one day. And he's extended it to have 2 more pastures over here. So the wheat farm is definitely grown. Right now I believe you can break these blocks here, and it will wipe out this and gather the water and such for you. Same thing with there and here. And this actually leads up into what is now just become his smithing area. So bloomery up there, forge and stuff down here. So it's very, very handy. And now, going to head off to my area. And some people in the IRS... Oh, I keep forgetting that. It's the second floor. Second floor. So some people... Oh. Haha. The second floor, or some people in the IRC panel and such, have heard me talking today that I have a charcoal pit with a door on the front of it, and they wanted to see that. So I've actually got most of the wood and such. Oops, missed him. So I've gathered most of the wood and have it prepped and ready. Also, with the moving of my harvesting forest down to here, I've planted a few strategic... yeah, this is not good a place to say goodbye. I've some strategic willows to get their vines to start growing down the walls and other locations and such. And this is one of them. So I'm hoping that this will do pretty good coverage. It'll start spreading over the wall and such. And I would really like it if I could get this entire valley just, you know, covered in vines and such. But here's my bed. Here's my home. There's a sequoia tree. If I walk through, well, down here, you can see where I'm going to be building a walkway down, and then it will wrap down again, and then down again. To match up with that pathway down there. But I also have a cave entrance back here, and these caves run throughout the entire mountain. I've lit up a good deal of them, but there's still some more to go. I just wanted to run this way because I can show you the general direction of Biox's house, but we actually can't see it. So it's off in that direction. Oop, bad guys. But as you can see, I have quite a few of these tunnels peeking out of this mountain, so quite a few outlooks and such like that. So going to be interesting to see what I'm able to do and such to terraform this valley into kind of one large working area. So here is my foundry. This used to be my house and everything, but now it's just dedicated to the foundry. I still have some chests left over that have some basic stuff in it, but you can ignore those. This is the place. This is what my forge looks like. It's nice and wide and open, and the venting from this actually goes up to over 1 and then out, and don't step on the forge blocks unless you like jittering around. So to each side I have a double chest for storage. Right now it just has some coal and the fire starter. Up here I have a double bloomery, and this is actually the worst setup you could do for a bloomery because I can't share any of the bricks. However, it looks really cool, so that's why I did it that way. Same thing with this one here. Off behind them, not only do you have access to the bloomeries with the little safety things that Sketchy suggested putting in so you can't fall in, they also have storage, which this one's currently empty. This one is also currently mostly overflow from just my inventory and such. This way, however, has a more substantial area. It's still access to the 2 bloomeries, but this is where we have all the stuff in the chests. And I believe, there we go, there's the charcoal. So I'm going to put limonite. This is what I just found bringing back here. right before I started recording. This was gathered up from our previous location that you saw in the other videos, so we knew where this was. When I showed you my house in there was just the limonite around the K-walls. I carved it out, and I brought it back to make an anvil out of. So just going to stick that in the chest right there, because I want to get the charcoal pit working. And this is my charcoal pit. It's a basic full-shaped. I have the little 3 wings on the bottom. I have the 9 in the top, and I need to fill in here. And these are completely full. So I was actually just going and harvesting wood to nope, didn't want to do that. I was actually just harvesting wood to fill up this once for the video, but every time I hop back down I figured it was a waste to leave a tree standing because it could be growing while I'm moving around and such. So I would just chop them down, and I ended up getting almost twice as much wood as I needed. So finish that one off. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And I always like filling these up. I have actually already put a stack of willow in there. There we go, need one in there. Finish this off here. And now, in there. So, the first time around this was actually fairly tricky, and I would actually say very annoying. I caught on fire. I'm fully expecting to do that again. Because I'll need 1 and 2 more. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more stacks of logs and a fire starter. Which I apparently... This is how you get 30 of them in your chest. But the other thing I have... Okay, so basically I carved this out of the granite. I knew what the design was, so I just actually went through and I picked it all out. The neat thing about this is the door that closes right there. Doors cannot catch on fire, so this block is considered a filled block. It will not burst into flame and such. I have my blocks here open so I can see that the charcoal pit is working, but as you can see I have a little viewing area. So it'd be neater if these were made out of iron, but currently those are not available in the mod and such. But what you may notice is that I do need to cover this up here. So I'm just going to light the fire, and then I'm going to quickly, very quickly, put that in there. Oops. Get that, there we go. Fill this one up. And then I have my dirt block holding area. I can just tap it on the side, close the door, and now, there we go, the smoke. So completed it with that. This closes it off and finishes it off. I believe I might actually be able to keep this open even, but I'm paranoid, so I'm not going to do that. But my little dirt block drop here, I'm actually very happy at how nice that works. I could probably even do it with the shale here. It's held in place by the torch. Break the torch, it falls onto the other one, and turns into cobblestone. So I don't have to use a shovel to pick it up. I can just click, drop, and it will work. So that's basically how this works. So got my nice little window here, but that is a charcoal pit with a door for easy access and a little holding spot for the capping block. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bloomery going. And for now I'm going to have this hold the peat, and I got an iron shovel from a zombie on my way over, which was pretty cool. That there. We'll keep the fire starter here for later. This is going to be pretty good. So, got my charcoal. And now to make a steel ingot, or a steel anvil, I need 14 steel ingots. I'm actually going to have to make 16 because it's an alloy, and you make alloys in sets of 4. So I'll be making 16, which means I need 16 iron. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. What you put in is what you get out. And going on our previous assessment, that you get roughly 25%. So this is a double ingot. That's a double ingot. And I just need 7 of these stacks to get the amount of double ingots that I need. But because you have to do them in 4s, I'm actually going to need 8. So that was why I went and got this much limonite. So I still have some extra, so that'll actually be nice. I'll be able to make some steel items and steel articles. But for now, going to see me make the mistake I always do and fill up my inventory with what I'm working with. I'm only going to do 1 bloomery this time. There's currently a bug in the bloomery that I am actually you're going to see me take advantage of a bug. Simply because it'll make this go much, much faster. And we're also going to need the clay, and not faster because it will actually run faster, but faster because I won't have to be tinkering with it so hard. As before in the episodes when I've mentioned the bloomeries, it's equal coal, equal ore. There's currently a bug with that where it won't count the ore. That is already in the patch notes for the unreleased pre-37, so this will not be working much longer. But for the sake of brevity in the video tonight, it is just going to be the way it is. So get my coal, get my fire starter, and I'm going to fill this with coal. And you can see I've been holding some things in here as well. So let's hold some extra coal here. I'm also going to normally keep the fire starter there, but for now I actually need to start this fire. So we'll start it off. We'll fill in an extra piece of coal, put the fire starter back, and I'm going to let that heat up while I make some clay molds. Don't know exactly how many I'll be needing, but there's no harm in getting the extras. I'm currently at an exact stack of 64, and those will keep. So things are heating up. Let's put those into there. I mean, with the ability to stack things in here now, it makes sense to keep a stack of clay molds just up here and use them as you need. What I'm also going to do while this is heating up and cooking our molds for us is... Ooh, what time of day is it? Good, it's warm out. So that does have an impact because of the ambient temperatures and stuff. It's not huge, and there's going to be another temperature tweak, I believe. But, so, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why not? That's 10, so it's like, what, 45 kilograms of coal? And what we need to do is get this thing hot, because iron is the one that requires a temperature of about here, in between the yellow and in the yellow between the white and the orange area. So we need to get this one pretty hot. It's going to burn quite a bit of coal up on us. So get that warming up. Get our ceramic molds going. Add in... Oops, there's the charcoal, or the coal. Add in the coal to keep things going. And... temperature's going pretty good. Before I drop any... molds in there, or any ore in there, though, I want a few more molds than that. Oh, so temperature's perfect. So now I'm just gonna walk up here, and this is the bug. Normally it's a 1-to-1. Right now, though, it'll count if I drop an entire stack. It'll count that entire stack as one piece. So it's that entire stack versus each of the individually dropped in pieces of coal. So this is actually going to work. I know my counts are higher because I want to put the coal in there. I want that temperature. I want to keep it that way. But I won't be feeding any more coal into that while we melt down more of this iron. And there we go. Let me get a couple more things out of my inventory here, as I believe I can put like the spider eye, those saplings. Raw beef, eggs, peaches. Keep the charcoal there, keep the coal there. Get another set of stacks of this. check on our molds. There we go. Oh, and it has output. Here's the start of our iron. And I'm just going to put that right in there. And I am actually going to throw in a couple of stacks this time, assuming they will fit. Yeah, I didn't think so. I still have a bit too much coal in there. So we'll just be doing them one stack at a time while things melt down. Give it a little bellows, make sure we keep the temperature. And keep an eye on our molds. Keeping the coal full. Hot, warming, hot, very hot. Faint red, that'll be turning over pretty quickly. And that's doing pretty good. There we go. We're still at more than ahead of where we need to be for the ore here. Oh, nice. My thing is cooking. Oh, we're gonna leave that in there. Back up we go. And I know this isn't the most efficient pattern for laying these things out. Oops. Oh, cool. I can probably chuck in 2 this time. There we go. That's the other thing is it lets you do is it lets you get up and over. So Biox has rewritten the whole thing, and then just this will be going away. You can see now that I actually have twice as much coal or ore as I do coal. I do still expect. Ooh, liquid. Crap. Need to keep them in there. It is now safe to shift click. It will generally not mess anything up, and if it does, it corrects itself pretty quickly. So, oop. I saw it drop. Give it a little more bellowing. Yep, a little bit more. And it's outputting again. Oops, that's not the right one. And let's put some more in. As you can see, as long as you can keep it hot and take advantage of a glitch in the system, it melts out pretty quickly. Once again, I'm only taking advantage of this bug in the name of time. It is 1 AM here. I need to get to going to sleep pretty quickly here. So we're doing pretty good on time. And cook off, come on, guy, you can do it. Yeah, it was just not updating. Haha. So 72 again. Got 2 more stacks to go after this. And I still wasted quite a bit of coal, but I suppose you could say if I was more careful I probably could have just done this single file, but it would have taken a bit longer is all. I could have fast forwarded the video, but that doesn't help me with my time. I'm the one who's fairly tired on this end of things, but I promised a video, and you're gonna get one. Come on, coal. Oop, temperature has dropped a bit here. Let's see if we can't get it to go back up. There we go. And it's outputting. Nice. Leave that in there. I'm going to throw in the last 2 stacks. And then I need to go steal a anvil from somebody. Because as you can see, I am sans anvil. Let's get these guys out. Let's get in here. Let's do a little bellowing. I should have just swiped one of Sketchy's anvils while I was down there and just returned it after the recording. And once again, I forgot to put these in here. They do need to cool off a bit because they are currently all liquid. Most of them. There's white and white. Brilliant white liquid. Oop, we are good. So there we are. And I'll be back in one moment. I'm just going to go grab that anvil and a hammer, and I will return. And I will one of these days rebind my key, so I don't have to squat while I'm turning things off. So here we are, guys, heading back up. It started raining. Karante has graciously let me borrow his wrought iron anvil, and I made some stone hammers, and I also picked up a bit of flux. Picked up a bit of flux that my brother had left me. In here was some limestone, so I made it into some flux real quick. So, take these out, put them in there for safekeeping. Let's get the forge going up some nice hotness again, because we're going to need that, so I don't want it to go out, although I suppose I don't need to waste the coal right this moment. So I have a lot of hammers. I figured I might be needing them, as I only have stone. I have some extra sticks and some materials around the place where I can make a couple more if I need to. I'm going to put the flux in there, but what we're going to be doing first is just shaping the ingots into... Oops. Alright, this is going to go. There we go. Can belly up to the bar much easier here. What I am going to be doing first is we just need to shape the ingots. 2, 3. Into wrought iron. So upset, oop, shrink, 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 shrink. 1, 2, 3. And there we go, wrought iron. We'll put that back in. And I'm gonna try a little trick that I see Sketchy doing. He's our master smith on the server here. So upset, light hit, light hit, light hit. Take it out, put it back in. Shrink, 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 shrink. Upset, light hit, light hit, light hit. One more. Put that in there. Upset, light hit, light hit, light hit. Reset the plan. Light hit, light hit, light hit. Weld, and there we go. So he's using the spots in the forge down here to actually hold different materials, like you would a little chest and whatever. It can only hold one, but when you're dealing with things to be shaped in ingots and stuff, that actually makes it very handy. Is, you know, put one up, do the work, put it back down, put it up, do the work, put it back down. You hit the weld key, you're good to go. What I didn't need to do, however, was weld those. We actually need those apart, so ignore doing that part. Let's actually just melt these down. I'm going to actually use coal for this. Do a little bellowing action. I need these to split back apart again into two unshaped, because I need them as ingots in order to... look at that, it's actually cooling them off in here. Nice. Let's get the heat transference. I actually need these as separate ingots so I can use them in the metallurgy table. There we go. A little piece of coal was missing. Keep it at temperature. Come on, guys. White. Get a couple more stars on there. So I showed you guys a neat trick, and it just cost me a little bit of time. And you can see that the Thunder Gods out there not too happy with my particular handling of this. Brilliant white, and I do believe... No! Haha. Do believe we go to liquid. Right, there we go. So we got our 2 ingots back, or our 2 iron back. And I'm just going to keep moving down the line, see if I have any others that are ready. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. I was worried for a second. I thought I did not have enough. So we can work these pretty well. Going to keep them here. So upset, upset. There's the hits. Oops, need to do one more. And I apparently clicked that one too fast. And that one's no longer able to be worked. Oh, that's the wrought iron ingot. Oops. Upset, upset. Oh, my hammer's gone. I do not even notice the simple things, I guess. So as you may tell, I am likely going to be going through quite a few of these hammers. So there's another wrought iron. So the recipe for the for steel is 3 wrought irons and 1 pig iron. So this actually works out really well, as it means every piece of iron, as long as you put a little elbow grease into it, can end up being a piece of steel. And I'm going to go through another hammer pretty quickly here. Let's see, come on. Get these to cool off a bit. Things come out of the bloom rate very hot. When it's like tin and stuff like that, it comes out even hotter, and you usually have to wait quite a bit of time to get them to settle down into a workable metal again. It will work out a better pattern than that. Is it still too hot? These are still too hot. Just swap those. And shrink, 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 upset, upset. Oops, I'm noticing the hammer this time. Upset and punch. Light hit, light hit, light hit. There's another wrought iron. A little bit of lag there. And wow, that is a hot ingot. Some others to cool off because these were made at the same time. Heat these up. There we go. Brilliant white, brilliant white, brilliant white. Cool. There we go, that was better. Wrought iron, brilliant white, white. So we'll swap those. Upset, upset. 1, 2, 3. Shrink, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do a bend, 3 light hits. And we get our wrought iron. Liquid, there we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, oops, 1, 2, 3. Now you want to make sure you don't go off the end. That is when you end up losing them. And oops, this one is, wow, really cool enough. I should be okay. My hammer's going to disappear here. There we go. Oops. Light hit, light hit, light hit. Wrought iron, and last one, nice. Oops, wrong pattern. That's why you take them out, by the way, is to make sure that you have the arrows updated properly. So, temperature is cooling. Let's get these back in the hot box. And I made 1 extra. Nice. So here's what we need is 1 unshaped pig iron. Let me just confirm that it's actually unshaped for the alloy here. Yeah, it needs to be shaped pig iron. So I do need to go and nail these down just once each though. These do not need to be made into wrought iron. And I still got 2 hammers left, so we're good there. Oop, there's a white one. So upset, upset, and 3 light hits gets us pig iron. And we'll just keep an eye on the temperatures. Upset, upset, light hit, light hit, light hit. So, actually, this is going to be my first time making the alloys. I've heard people talking about it quite often. I know they need to be exactly this, don't they? Unshaped liquid. What am I doing? Alrighty. So, we need to have at least 16, 16 ceramic molds. So we're going to pile up the coal in here, get a couple more ceramic molds, and see what Karate wants. Not sure what he's referring to. Is there something new on the changelog? Ha ha ha. Speculation, speculation, speculation. But yeah, there is an update on the changelog. It's huge now. This is probably one of the largest updates Biox has ever done. And some of the things are, modified chisel rules, new rules for cave-ins, i.e. wear a helmet. Microline no longer respawns, fixed temperature modifiers. But the one that was just added was added tree-type base sticks, i.e. ash sticks, pine sticks, oak sticks. So it'll, mod manager. Let's take a peek. Nice, I guess. Oh, I'm actually reading it and it says released. It's not just a, in route thing anymore. But I will not be updating right this second. So let's just, finish these couple of molds off, and we'll stick them back in the slots so we can catch our metals. So, going to start with the pig iron. Actually, I'm just going to start with this side. And since I can do 5, I'm actually going to keep that in there. And those were just ghosts left behind. A simple right click got rid of them all. But now I want the temperature to be nice and hot. I want to keep this full of, keep it full of coal. Probably going to dip into my charcoal too a little bit. Let me go back to my other chest. I picked up a ton of coal when we first got here. I just stopped at one of the veins after we had made our way in. So there's 1 liquid, 2 liquid. So the pig irons drop down pretty quickly. And we'll put them in here. Brilliant white, brilliant white, brilliant white. Nice. We'll add these down here. We'll get a couple more going. Best utilization of the tools charcoal, coal, haha, whatever. Best utilization of the temperatures we can get. So there's a brilliant white liquid there. I'm gonna just let it get a little hotter. And the rain has stopped. How nice is that? So here's our first unshaped wrought iron. We have an unshaped pig iron. Going to need 2 more here, which should be pretty quickly behind here. Snag another one to be melted. Get it going. And there we go. Oops, actually I want to let these get a little bit more warmth here before I actually take them out. That way I have a little bit of playtime on the metallurgy table with them. Alright, that should be good enough. Take that, one of those and one of those, down to the metallurgy table. And I'm not sure, but apparently order does matter. Unshaped, oh, it's not liquid anymore. Grr. And they all just fell out, and yes they did. So let's take that down, keep these hot. Brilliant white, and unshaped wrought iron, we'll put that down here so it'll get the cold, or the hottest. Let's heat these up a bit. Keep the coal going. Alright, this time they are all liquid. Right click again to get an update. Shift. Hahaha. I cannot win. So, wrought pig, wrought, brilliant white liquid. So that's an unshaped wrought iron. Going to let it get a little hotter, why not? Keep the tap into the bellows, and try this again. It's making a fool out of me. Brilliant white. And I will not make you sit through me doing this more than once. So wrought iron, liquid. Keeping the coal up. The pig iron. Going to put that in there, keep its temperature up. Oh, and it actually cooled down. I'm actually glad I did that. So unshaped pig iron. 23 molds. I think we're good. Yep, coal. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is it that I can't get these to work? Normally, that'd be dupe bugs all over the place, but this time around I'm not too worried about it, as I'm apparently having other issues here. So I didn't think there was a pattern to these that was required. I'm starting to think otherwise, however. So apparently the top area is not that hot of a place. Brilliant white, keep it hot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And finally my steel. We'll put that in here. So there is no pattern. They just definitely need to be very, very hot. So we'll put that down there. We'll get that, that, and that. Do here, here, and here. So that's the one that needs the most heating. No idea about this one up here. Still got more than enough molds. I'm not sure if it's actually counting the molds down. I think that might have been another bug that's been recently fixed. Just not likely in the version that I have. But you definitely need to have these in here even if it's not using them up right now. I do know that if there isn't anything in here, they will just vanish. So we have 4 pieces. I need another 10. but since I can't do 10, we'll do another 12. So I need to run through this whole thing 3 more times. I hope those are the right coordinates. Cancel. Waypoints. Medium by 2 minutes. Roughly the right coordinates. Yeah, that should be the right coordinates. Negative, or 140, negative 140. So they should get him where he's going. Here we go. Table. Ah, yellow. Why is it yellow? Oh, the coal ran out and I was not paying attention. That sucks. White, get it back up. Come on. 3 stars. And very hot pig or wrought iron. Alright, so now it is brilliant liquid. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Snag them. Box them. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unshaped is brilliant white already, so I'm just going to keep an eye on it, making sure I don't lose it. There's the coal. Going to move this over to this side now, because that coal I think is going to be next. Yellow white, that is the lowest one. Now I'm missing the sound of the rain. Actually, it was nice to have that background music, or background noise I guess in this case. There's a liquid. Oh, and another liquid. So when that one goes, the other one should be okay, but I want to give this one a bit more time as well. Now move it over there, because that coal went away, so that one's going to disappear. Trying to be a little proactive with my missing of the coal this time around. Brilliant white. We are almost to liquid. There we go. So we'll give it a little bit more time. Now that I know to overcook them a bit so they can stay liquid longer. At least long enough for me to go bink, bink. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Snag them. Box them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right click them because I don't like them being there. Pig iron. There. Coal. Yellow, yellow, white, yellow, white. So looks like we're good in the ordering again. Just going to keep them nice and hot. Refill the coal. Move it over. I wonder if this is why he's given us 5 slots when all the alloys are made out of just 4 of them, so we can actually, you know, do the swapping and keep a handle on things. Nice, nice, we're getting there. Still got plenty of flux. I only need 7 of that actually. I actually might want to take a moment, make one more hammer. Probably should have made a wrought iron one real quick. But that's what I have the sticks for right now. Nice, nice, nice. Let them cook a little bit longer. Oops. Now that's going to leave me all paranoid. Oi, again? One, 2, 3, 4, and I should have not done the lowest one first, I think. Yay! Alrighty. So, now these need to be shaped into steel, which is Just the same thing you do with the iron is you end up needing to just to smack it around on the anvil to make it into high carbon steel, and then smack it around again to make it into pure steel. So we shall take this, go to our hammer, fill up the slots, wait for it to cool, and look how far over that one is. Yowzers. These should be all the same temperature as it unifies them once they're made. Just let them cool down a little. Going to keep checking them, of course, because I'm paranoid. Oh, nice. I wonder if that'll actually work. I guess they need to cool down a lot. As soon as you make them into steel, they stay liquid for a while. Unless they're not updating. Oh, yep, can't do that in there, I guess. It messed up the strike pattern. Ooh, brilliant white? Yes. Upset, shrink, 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 shrink. Bend, light hit, light hit, light hit. Let's get another one. Weld. Maybe they aren't hot enough to weld anymore, but they should be hot enough to work. And something tells me I am going to need another hammer. Yep, not hot enough to weld. So I don't want them to cook down into liquid, but I do need them to heat up. While I go rummaging for some sticks. There we go. Oh, crap. Let's take care of the welding. Oh. They need to be worked twice, I forgot. So now I actually have a steel ingot. Oops. That would explain that. So the temperatures on the, believe it or not, the higher the metal you go, the more forgiving that the temperatures are. Now clearly I need them to be a little bit warmer than yellow-white. And we'll put this back in here for safekeeping. 2, 3, oops, collecting coal in the corner here. Let me just heat the bloom or the forge back up again. Yeah, they will be weldable in a moment here. I just don't want it to go back to liquid. Oh, that was enough to drop the temperature a bit. Oops. Flux. Oh. I really need to pay attention to that more often. Two. Next set. Those are going to take a moment to cool down. I do not doubt that I might actually need all of those. Oops. So, need to do this twice, so I should be picking it up, dropping it, and actually taking that out of there. Picking up, dropping it, work it, pick it up, drop it, work it, then pick it up and swap it. Should be the pattern that I'm going with here. But this is going to get me a very nice steel anvil, which will sit right there. Or maybe over here. Oh, I just made a whole bunch of prospector's picks. Need to rectify that situation. Never do things when you're in a hurry. Because this is what always ends up happening. So, we shall just get another stack of sticks, or fill that one up, get some granite, make some granite hammers. Do. There's 8 more granite hammers. That should be enough. Granite is fairly hard. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Oop. Start it going. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a little too high. Yeah, I don't need to hit that upset, that's for sure. Once again, too high. I will stop doing that one of these times. Oops. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get the flux ready. Hammer looks good this time. Whew, almost there. Going to just step away for 1 second, get something to drink real quick. There we are. Much, much better. $140. Definitely a lot of doing in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend. Light hit, light hit, light hit. Up and drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend. Light hit, light hit, light hit. Swap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend. Light hit, light hit, light hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend. Light hit, light hit, light hit. Swap. Weld. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend. Light hit, light hit, light hit. There went the hammer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend. Light hit, light hit, light hit. Steel ingot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend. Light hit, light hit, light hit. 3, 4, 5, bend, light hit, light hit, light hit. And a little flux, a little weld button. 2 more. Now I'm going to do something a little bit differently with these ones because I do not want to weld the last set. So this will be my last piece of flux right there. Just wait for these to cool off, but this will give me 2 steel ingots. I'm thinking a nice saw or a chisel, you know, something, some little kind of reward for all of this. Aside from, you know, having a steel anvil, that's pretty cool in and of itself. But yeah, the steel pickaxe and the steel mace, these were both made by Sinlust, so it'll be nice to have a steel item of my own. With all the construction I'm going to be doing, I'm pretty much going to have to say it's either a steel, or probably a steel pick and a steel saw. Since I want to start working on some roadways that's going to be mostly made out of either wooden planks, 2, 3, 4, 5, and as well as a lot of brick. Shrink, 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 shrink. Bend, light hit, light hit, light hit. Shrink, 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 shrink. Bend, light hit, light hit. Oops, hammer gone. Light hit, light hit, light hit. And I believe, oops, hitting every wrong button I can. Interesting. Oh, it's the... Yeah, that's not an efficient way to do it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now to make the anvil, it's the same pattern as always. Oops, not on the metallurgy table. But you just make an eye with a set of double ingots. And there we go. 1 steel anvil. Ta-da! So the only thing to do from here now is to take out the hammer. Put the hammer in there. Got my steel ingots ready. I'm going to need to make some plans. And then it's just going to be crafting up the 2 tools that I want to use for creating the rest of the stuff. And tomorrow I'll be able to go out and bank. I'll be able to go out and I'll start working on an easier way to get up and down this, aside from climbing the vines. I'll be able to walk down and around, get down to my fruit trees, down to there, not have it take me forever. I do have to truck my wood all the way up here, but I do like the setup up here too much to let that bother me right now. So I hope you all enjoyed this. First time showing off alloys, all the way up to steel. The other ones are going to be a little bit more tricky. You saw the temperature problems I was having up at the end there. Is the other metals have exactly the same problem, but their margin is a little bit narrower, so it might be a little bit more difficult. If there is a difficulty, I will make a video showing off bronze or whatever. And from there, we can go forward. I do want to show off a, hopefully, maybe a bismuth bronze suit of armor being made once we get all that stuff ironed out and such. But have a good one. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you want me to cover anything, that's also a good place to let me know. Or just come onto the IRC channel and say hi, and give me some topics in there. I'll talk to you guys in the next episode.